Although it seems like the world is healing post-pandemic, the virus is still spreading rapidly, causing issues for influencers that try and act like it's completely gone away. One of these influencers is now being cancelled because of allegations that her mother continued to socialize even though she knew she had COVID. I'm Mackenzie and let's get into it. Instagram influencer daryl-ann recently revealed that her mother, who is an influencer in her own right, had been hospitalized with COVID-19. daryl-ann has 1 million Instagram followers, while her mother Lisa has 150,000 followers. Of course, this announcement brought sympathy for her and her mother, Lisa Fletcher, but that quickly turned to anger. This was after fans realized that Lisa had been out socializing just days before her hospitalization, clearly while she knew she was positive. The timeline surrounding this event is hard to confirm, but as of now, Lisa has been in the hospital for about a week fighting the virus. Lisa is actually well known in daryl-ann's community, frequently appearing with her daughter on her Instagram account, and even running her own page, like I said, has 150,000 followers of her own. But the issue with this is that allegedly daryl-ann said that her mother tested positive for the virus 10 to 12 days before needing hospitalization, shortly after the family arrived in California from Texas. That information caused huge backlash, because Lisa didn't change her lifestyle habits whatsoever after testing positive, and was even seen out in public by many fans. After this was all revealed, fans were desperate to know if Lisa really did test positive for more than a week prior to her hospitalization, and did she do any sort of quarantine after learning her diagnosis. But of course, many assumed the worst, and the comment section on daryl-ann's post quickly turned ugly, with people assuming that she was knowingly spreading the virus. One of these comments read, quote, "How completely selfish and irresponsible of y'all to know you had tested positive but chose not to quarantine. You and your family have been all over the place throughout the past week." Apparently, a fan even reached out to the BuzzFeed writer who's reporting on the story, and the fan claimed that they saw daryl-ann and her mother a few days before and even took a picture with them. After the fan learned of her mother's diagnosis, the fan was incredibly disappointed, saying they expected more from her. And the fans obviously worried about getting COVID themselves. Following all the outrage, daryl-ann decided to start deleting comments instead of addressing people's issues with the family. In response to this effort to silence her critics, accounts then popped up on Instagram that are dedicated to sharing the ugly truth about this whole incident. These accounts are also documenting all of the deleted comments. Some fans are even going so far as to reach out to many of daryl-ann's sponsors, thinking that if her cash flow is hurt, she will finally address it. Today, daryl-ann posted many cryptic quotes on her Instagram page, making it clear that she sees all the backlash, but doesn't think it's valid enough to warrant an actual response from her. So that's really all for the story as of now. Please let me know your thoughts on this one below. It's definitely pretty strange, but I think it's going to become maybe a more common thing. I'm surprised it's really not. Like, if someone tests positive and they were out days before, do they have any sort of accountability if they're posting this stuff and then something happens? It's, oh, were you out and you had COVID and you knew it? And you were trying to hide it. So there is a lot of weirdness going on, and I'm sure this probably isn't the first case of this happening, but please leave your thoughts on this one below. I think it's very crazy. If this is true, why not address it? I mean, even if it's true or false, she should be addressing it regardless. Very strange, but that's all for the video, guys. Thanks so much for sticking around if you made it all the way here. If you liked the video and want to see more, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel below. I've been your host, Mackenzie Smith. Make sure to check us out on social media, and I'll catch you all in the next one.